So I was recently speaking to one of my students and I asked him what is his motivation for learning to do real life approaches. And he said, well, I do want to become a confident guy, etc. But really I just want to get into a relationship. And if I can get into a relationship, I think all my problems would be solved. And the way he said this, it was a little bit troubling. And if you are having the same goal, which I know that a lot of you guys are, I'll tell you why it's a very dangerous goal and the consequences of that and what you should do this instead. First of all, if you're seeking a relationship and that's your primary goal, you can technically get a relationship through sheer luck, right? I mean, that's how a lot of people get into a relationship. Date their high school sweetheart or their college sweetheart, and it just happens by circumstance. Maybe they meet someone at work and they don't really have to upgrade their skills or become more confident. It just sort of happened. And here's the thing, maybe the relationship is really good. Maybe it's amazing and they really like the person. But when you enter a relationship from pure chance or from circumstance, you always have to live in fear. Well, what happens if this relationship ends? What happens if she leaves me? And you know deep down inside that you entered this relationship by pure chance. So you know you cannot replicate this again. Hence, you will always live with specific fear and just fear that, yeah, this might go south and then you lose the relationship and then it's all over for you. Right? So this is why seeking just a relationship is just bad and it's very dangerous, not because relationships are bad. No, I mean, of course, relationships are great. But the problem is that if it's just your goal, I mean, you can get there for sheer luck. And then what? Right? And then what? This is how a lot of guys and girls, a lot of people end up in relationships like that. So the goal shouldn't be to get a relationship. The goal should be to get the skills and gain the skills to be able to enter a relationship and to be able to do this process repeatedly, right? So when you improve your confidence, you improve your flirting abilities, your social skills, you can date different women and you can date women that you like, and hence you can enter a relationship in a repeated way, like in a repeated process. So once you can do that, if you do choose to enter a relationship, you enter it, but then you know that even if things go south, you still know how to make it work. You don't have to live in this fear that, oh, well, what if she breaks up with me? Or what if this doesn't work out? You're much more calm in the relationship, in your life. You can also handle a relationship in a much better way because you always have this security of abundance. You can also retain women better because ultimately if she feels that you need her, you're clinging on her, that's actually going to destroy the relationship. So this is why it's very, very critical to enter a relationship, first of all from abundance, but just to get the skills. And that's the ultimate thing of the video, is that when you enter this space of, hey, I want to improve my dating life, and you enter from the place of, I just want a relationship, I just want to find a relationship, well, again, you can get the relationship just from sheer luck. It can just happen. A good example would be, well, I just want to make $1 million. Well, what if you win $1 million in the lottery? That's not what you want to do because you cannot replicate that. What you want is you want to have the skills to build a business to make $1 million. That's very different. So really be careful about what you're actually seeking and what is your goal, okay? So you want to have the skills to be able to date a lot of women that you like, and then these skills then can give you the ability to enter a relationship repeatedly. And if this specific relationship doesn't work out, you can just find a new one. It's a completely different mindset. And the reason that this nuance is very, very important is that it's going to determine what you get, right? Because you get what you seek. So if all you seek is a lucky relationship, you might not consider it lucky, but just, oh, well, I just want to be with someone. Well, maybe you just get it randomly, and then what? That doesn't solve the problem. So seek skills, not the relationship, and those skills are going to be able to give you an amazing relationship. So this is Gus Olsen, checking out from Barcelona. I'll see you in the next video.